This comes to us from Hypixel Studios. And if you're not familiar with Hypixels, they were a company that was, I believe, originally purchased by Riot Games. And they were working on this game called Hytale. And it apparently is no longer a thing. I said, RIP Hytale, Hypixel Studios just pulled the plug on their dream brick world. And this was supposed to be competing with Minecraft. And it failed miserably to even exist. Thanks to, of course, hectic dev realities and rising bars and all the other excuses that we'll get into in just a second. For what it's worth, Riot bought the studio back in April 2020. So if you're thinking Riot pulled the strings, well, they probably did. And here we have the official update on their blog post on their website. And this was posted on June 23rd, 2025. They said, a difficult update. Hi, everyone. Today, I shared some incredibly tough news with the Hypixel Studios team. We're ending development on Hytale and beginning the process of winding down Hypixel Studios over the next few months. This is not the outcome that any of us wanted. Well, of course it's not. Like, this is the most generic, oh, we tried and couldn't. We tried our best, guys. It just wasn't happening. This is a game that's been in development for over 6 years. And what do they have to show for a game after 6 years of development being purchased by Riot Games or having a cash infusion from Riot? Absolutely nothing except a trailer from, this one's from 6 years ago. Let's check it out. Now remember, keep in mind while we watch this, that Minecraft was made by one person, Notch. We have an entire studio backed by Riot Games going on 6+ years of development, and God knows how much money being put into it. And this is what they got coming out of it. These characters look terrible, by the way. The animals look good, though. It kind of looks like a Harvest Moon style version of Minecraft. I'll keep this playing while I continue reading through this, though. They're beginning the process of winding down Hypixel Studios over the next few months. Not the outcome any of us at Hypixel or at Riot wanted. But after years of pushing forward, adapting, and exploring every possible path, it became clear we couldn't bring Hytale to life in a way that truly delivered on its promise. So it strikes me as one of those games that had a really big picture mentality on what they wanted to do with this game. And they lost direction because they wanted to do too many things with it. And because they went in so many different directions, they never actually fully fleshed out anything. And 6+ years later, we're left with this, by the way, which looks like a lot of work being done with the game. Looks pretty far along already. And again, remember, this trailer that you're looking at right now is from 6 years ago. So how do you have all of this from 6 years ago and then put 6 years of work, cash infusion from Riot Games, all this? Look at that. You can even watch movies together. All this stuff put into it on top of what's already existing. And then come out just out of the blue and say, not only is the game delayed or they're laying off some people, no, the game is canceled and they're firing the entire team. The entire company is gone now, fizzled out. It doesn't look terrible, to be honest. It doesn't look terrible. It was just the pictures of the characters at the beginning that were brutal. Like the Cabbage Patch face girl right there. I'm like, yeesh, I think that's a girl at least. But I mean, as the trailer went along, it got better and better. Game development continuing their statement, by the way, because they're not done yet. Game development is brutally hard, especially when you're trying to build something original that speaks to a creative, passionate community. Over time, our vision evolved and the genre matured around us. The bar kept rising. Our technical ambitions grew more complex. And even after a major reboot of the game engine, the team found that Hytale still wasn't as far along as it needed to be. It became clear we'd need a lot more time to get to a place where we could support the ambitious vision of the game. So, right here, they're admitting that they changed game engines midway through development, which is a sometimes, depending on the situation, massive undertaking to redo the game in an entirely new game engine and then also add on top of that. And it makes you wonder if they just stuck with the original game engine and kept working on it, that the game would have actually come out and existed on what they were working on originally. So a lot of very poor decisions were made in the creation of this game, and the scope of the project was way, way too big. Like way too big. They were trying to be the Minecraft killer. And instead of just trying to make a cool game, they literally just copied one for one the styles of Minecraft and being like, we're going to just see what Minecraft did and copy it. We looked at reducing the scope, adjusting timelines, and finding new angles to keep moving forward. But each of those options would have meant compromising on what made Hytale special in the first place. It wouldn't have been the game we set out to make, and it wouldn't have been the game you deserve. So instead of making the game that would have existed, they said, nope, we're going to just cancel it completely because we can't make the scope as big as it needs to be. So we're just going to F all you guys that wanted to play what we have. We wanted to make it even bigger than this and we can't. So we're just taking it all away. Why not put out the game? I know we always say you got to get it right the first time around, but if you have this much time put into the game, why would you not at least put out a playable product and then add to that all these big aspirations and ambitions you have along the way and grow it organically instead of being like, here's this massive game that will take you the rest of your life to play through. And it's all complete right now out of the box. It's like, okay, how long do we have to wait for that? And will it even exist in the first place? Again, I go back to whoever was put in charge of making the decisions of this game was ill-equipped to do so and should not ever be in charge of another project again because they just damned an entire company. And I don't think that's even extreme saying that. They continue. They say, this is a painful decision. We still believe in Hytale. We believe in the team and are forever grateful to every member, past or present, who poured their love into the game. We're also incredibly proud of the work we did, the world we imagined, the risks we took, and the heart we poured into the project. None of that can be taken away. And just to clarify, this doesn't affect the Hypixel server on Minecraft. It's run separately from Hypixel Studios and will continue to operate as usual. So here they're saying they already had a server in Minecraft and they were trying to expand from that to make their entire universe from a server in Minecraft. And they couldn't even launch the game after how many people, how many years, and how much money? I see the chat saying Minecraft cost 250,000 to make. Sorry. That was Melfest Sky says Minecraft's budget was around 250,000. Now, granted, that was a long time ago, but still, that is definitely something. We're also deeply grateful to Riot, not just for the years of support and the opportunities they gave us, but for the care they're showing our team during this transition. They supported us in going out into the world to see if there were investors or acquirers who would continue to help carry Hytale forward. Does this sound vaguely familiar, by the way, from other games we covered? Most that Kickstarter game the other day, where like, oh, we're trying to find investors to buy into this, to give us more money for it. It's like investors aren't stupid with their money. If they see that you're spinning in circles, spending how many, they want to know the numbers, how much you spent already on the game, how much you anticipate it costing to get the game out there, what they're going to get back from that. This is one of those games where I'd look at it, if I was a multi-millionaire and I was investing in games, I'd be like, all right, so why should I care about this game again? Because it's got a dedicated server on Minecraft? Okay. And how much of an audience is going to care about this if it goes out there? And they're going to leave Minecraft for a game that looks just like it? Why would they do that? I'm just asking. And you've put how many millions of dollars and how many people working on this? When Minecraft is what people play, why can't you come up with a unique original game? Like, I'm just like, honestly, as an investor, it's like, these are the questions you ask. You'd be like, why would I pay money for this? And now, as we begin winding things down, they're ensuring our team is supported with generous severance and resources to help them find out what's next. It's not just thoughtful, it's human. And it shows a genuine effort to care of the people behind the work, which, by the way, shout out to Riot Games for doing that. At least they're laying them off with severance packages. Could be worse. But damn, again, I go back to, how do you do 6+ years of this game? I'm assuming it's probably closer to a decade of work into it, seeing as that trailer came out 6 years ago and it looked like there was quite a bit of work already put into it. So if we're approaching a decade worth of work into a game and you still don't even have a demo out, and it's just Minecraft graphics, well, damn, what the hell were you working on over there? To our community, thank you. Your belief in Hytale kept us going through thick and thin. Your energy, creativity, and support inspired us to do the best work of our lives. Even though we won't be the ones to bring the game into the world, we still believe in what it stood for and the incredible potential of this genre. Even though we're closing this chapter, the spirit of Hytale and everything we hoped it could be will stay with us. We're proud of what we built, and we'll carry those lessons forward into whatever comes next. With love and deep gratitude, Noxy, co-founder, Hypixel Studios. So this strikes me as one of those games that just had way too big of a hope to get something bigger than Minecraft and stealing the audience away from Minecraft and being the next big thing. And I keep going back to, I know I say this every time when it comes down to this kind of stuff, but why can't game studios be original? Well, I don't know how else to say it, but the reason why Minecraft was so successful wasn't because it copied a game that came before it. Sure, you'll get your one-offs of games out there where it builds on a game that comes before and it even does a better job and it's even more popular than that one. And sure, that happens from time to time. But in gaming specifically, the vast majority of games that are black swans that just completely shock the world are unique experiences that didn't exist before, especially in the way the game feels. Think of a game like here's one, like EverQuest was very popular for an MMO. And then WoW came in and ate its lunch because not only could you say WoW copied EverQuest, but it did it better and it was original graphic looking. Some people could say it looked a lot more kiddie and it was more inviting, whatever you want to say, but more people wanted to play that game. And ultimately, WoW was far more successful in the grand scheme than EverQuest ever was, which is crazy to say because EverQuest was so popular back in the day. But it got overtaken because it got stagnant. And that happens with games from time to time. But I mean, then you have games like Fortnite, which the style of Fortnite was again, very kiddie, more welcoming, and people wanted to find out more about it. And it was kind of came out of nowhere. Like, wow, okay. Minecraft. Like you could see people love playing with Legos in real life. It's kind of like Legos in a video game. Oh, cool. That's that they're doing that right. Awesome. These games are unique experiences that either didn't exist or built off something that existed before and changed it so dynamically that it made it that much more powerful to the end user. These companies are so creatively bankrupt that they're like, hey, we got a server on Minecraft. Let's make an entire game out of it and take 10 plus years and how many millions and hundreds of millions of dollars to do it and have Riot Game backing us and how many people working on it and still not even get a demo of the game out after all that time. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And I am shocked that they don't even try to get a playable version of the game out right now and tell people, hey, this is a early access, pre-alpha. We're getting the game out there, and we just want people to get their hands on it, to play it, and get it out there in the community. And we're going to continue to build on it. It's almost like they knew, even if they did that the audience wouldn't even be there for that in the first place. So why even bother? And they closed up shop completely. It blew my mind. But anyways, I'll leave that there.